Hello everybody, with you here. Today I'm going to show you how to cut tiles from a VCubate, or really any puzzle, but this is specifically for the VCubate. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Cubesmith.com right here, and then click on tiles, and you see they don't have tiles for the VCubate, so you're going to have to cut your own. So go to uncut tile material, and then add one of these to cart, and then just add all the different colors that you want to the cart. I'll just do the main 6 of them, and then if the shopping cart loads, you'll have all of these. Ignore these ones. That was just stuff I was ordering earlier. And so, yeah, just order one of each of those. And I got some other stuff, so it would go up $20, and I got free shipping. So, yeah. And then, where you're going to want to go is you can find this link in the description. So, go down here, go into the description. You can copy this link right here, or just type it in VCube8 tiles. There we go. And once it loads, it will give you a download link, and then you can open that file in your files. So now once you get the file, you're going to want to open it in your editing program. I'm using paint.net, and I recommend you use this too, because I know when I print it from here, it'll be the exact right size. I have included these little markings in here. If you're using a different program, just make sure it's the right size. So what you're going to do is do print, let's do Control P, and then we have this all right, and then make sure you don't fit the picture to the frame, so it'll be the right size, and then just print that out. Okay, so once you got this piece of paper, you see, if we just focus this down onto here, it does have these little 1 inch and 1 centimeter mark, so even if you did print it out with paint.net, you may want to check it just in case. So if I go right there, looks like the inch is just about exactly 1 inch, and then centimeter is just about exactly 1 centimeter, so that's right. And now what you need to do is wait for your Cubesmith order to come, so I'll get back to you when I got that. Okay, once your Cubesmith order gets here and you got all of your tiles, your uncut tile material, in here you see you have all the different colors of tiles. Then you're going to want to take off all of these stickers off here. Use a little sticker peeler like this, or if you have a little handle thing that goes on it, that'll make it easier. And just take all the stickers off of it. And just a note, I did change the template on this. It's different. It has these little lines to show you which pieces are what, and it has a little thing that shows you once you've already cut everything out. Okay, so once you have all the stickers removed like this from it, then you're going to need the template that you printed out earlier. You're going to need the tiles that you ordered. You're also going to need some double-sided tape, and you'll also need one of these big cutting boards. So let's begin. Okay, so now what you're going to do is grab the template here, and just a quick note, these little lines on here are not exactly all lined up to each other, so when we're cutting them, we have to be careful, and we may need to trim off a little bit on the edges. So just line it up on the edge of where the template is. There we go. And just cut it off like that. And I see here I've already cut a bit too much off, so I'm going to have to print out another one of these, but yeah, so you're probably going to want to print out more than one of these to use. Okay, you see this here? It's almost perfect. You can see a little bit of imperfection on the very edge. I cut off, but it should be good enough for this purpose. So now let's cut it this way. Let's get this whole thing off. And just cut it straight off. Okay, and just I'm going to cut off one of these little squares in here. So there we go. And there we go. So right here we have one basically perfectly cut. But actually, what I'm going to do with one of these extra ones is I'm going to practice a little. I'm just going to try and cut down each of the lines perfectly and just get good at aiming it. So yeah, you should probably do that too if you're not that good at cutting or not that experienced. So I'm going to do that and get back to you when I'm done. Okay, I've been practicing this a little, and I gotta say it's pretty good. I have all these all together and they're all pretty close to each other. We're basically exactly the same. So, I'll get started now. Let's grab the template, and then we grab one of the sheets of tiles, and you can see it fits on there with a bit of extra on the sides. So, what we're going to do is line the back of this with double-sided tape just all the way across. Just put a bunch of strips over it, and so it should be all sticky on the back. Okay, now what you're going to do is grab this little sheet right here and just stick it onto the towel material just as close, just do it on the corner so it's as close as possible to being perfect. Okay, there we go, I taped it on along this side, and it looks like if the tile material is a bit crooked or this paper is a bit crooked, it's probably the paper, but I can cut this little extra bit on the bottom off later. So what we're going to do first is just cut off the along the edges. So line it up perfectly. You can use this little test piece of material this little scrap piece of material, to test on. And yeah, and then you may have to hold it a bit more than you normally do, so it doesn't slide. There we go. I did cut a little bit into the template, but nothing we can do about it now. So, yep, and then let's do it on the other side. Okay, I got it on the other side, and now I'm just going to trim off this little tiny bit of extra stuff. Okay, now we're going to do the part that we have to be extra careful with. We're going to cut along these lines. So just cut each of these lines out for the last one or two of them. You may have to, if you can't get a good grip on it, you may have to use scissors to cut across it, but yeah, just cut across to make everything in rows. Oh yeah, one more quick note, you're going to want to cut along the curved lines with some scissors before you start cutting into it. I actually just made that mistake. I started cutting into it first, so yeah, just cut those curved lines across, and it's not a straight line. You kind of have to curve it along because it's a different angle on every single one. So just cut those off first. Okay, now that you have all these rows, I'll just demonstrate with this row like this. You're just gonna want to put one row up to it, and then just cut it off at the line. Make sure you hold it extra well because there's not much to support it. And then just do that with every single one of these strips. And just a note right here, no matter how perfectly you cut it, like this one, you will still have these little imperfections on the sides, and you can either do it right now or later. Just cut it off with some scissors. The tiles won't be the exact same size, but they'll look fine. Okay, so now once you have all these cut out, I just laid these all next to each other. I haven't yet cut off the excess on the ones that need to be cut off, but now I'm going to show you how to put them on. So, what you'll need also is a nail clipper, so like fingernail clipper. So I have one right over here, so a little tiny one. So just pick up one of these. It's sticking to there. Looks like this one's pretty straight. What you're going to want to do is, well, first of all, peel off the paper. Be careful not to peel off the paper backing on the back, the brown stuff. Just peel off the template paper. And there we go. expose the tile, and then just cut off this little tiny little degree angle of it, and just do that on all sides, and just wait a second so I can show you what it should look like. That, and then like that. So it should just look just like that. There's not much cut off, as you can see. Just this little tiny angle. I have this little demonstration on here. This is what it should look like. That one right there. And these are examples of what you don't want to do. You don't want to just cut off too much and do this. You don't want, even if you do cut off a bunch and just round it, it still won't be good. And if you just don't cut off any at all, it won't look as bad, but your fingers can kind of catch on it and it can be annoying. And when you look up close, it kind of looks weird. So I just kind of want to cut it off perfectly like I did right here. And then we grab this, the cube, and then we put it on just like normally you would do on a cube. If you don't know how to do this, you can refer to my tutorial on how to put on stickers. So we just peel the backing off, and then just stick it right onto there. So there we go. And bam. Okay, so I got that on there pretty straight, as you can see. It's pretty perfect. I could have cut off a little bit more. I probably should have, but that works pretty well. And so then just get the next one and just trim them all down and do all that. So yeah. There we go, one side. If you can see from here, you can see a bit of imperfections, but it looks pretty great from a distance like this. If you get up closer, you can see it's not very good. It's definitely not anywhere close to perfect. You can see I've cut it way too much on some of these along the edges, and some of them aren't straight. But yeah, from a distance like this, it looks really great. So yeah, that's basically it for the tutorial. When you're done, it should look even better, because all the sides will be like this. But let me set that back up there. And yep, we're 1/6 of the way done. So you'll be able to see all the rest of the time-lapse of me making it in my separate time-lapse video. I'll probably put a link in the description and in the outro. So yeah, you can see that. And that's basically it. I'll see you next time. Bye!